Hello, everyone. Whoops. We're still hanging out here with our buddy Paquito, who I accidentally switched to when I was looking at him. What a beautiful boy. Now, since last time, we found a replacement for Paquito's wine. In this box, there's 3 canteens of water and 3 bottles of wine. You use that to refill your stamina. I'm not sure how important it is. We'll keep 1 on each character, which is something we're already not doing. There's another item there you might have seen briefly. We'll get to that. In a box over here, in this little weirdy area, in one of these boxes there was some armor for Paquito, which is nice. He still don't have a helmet, but something's better than nothing. In this box over here, there was a lot of dynamite. So everyone's now carrying little bundles of TNT, which I've got use in mind for. We might get around to it, we might not. If not, we can sell it. It's pretty good for selling. And in this box over here was this item. That was there. It's a strange find, but it's actually a really good find. Reading that literature will increase a character's experience by 2 points and expand their knowledge of the gender spectrum infinitely. And we will be going very fast now because we have a car. Look at that. Brilliant. And we're just going to go straight to Sagrada. I think there's more hoops to jump through if you try and follow Paquito's directions. We're not into that. We're just going to go right to where we need to go. And we're going to get our bag straight away. After a brief load, we're going to get our bag straight away. Whoop. Sometimes the game drops frames for no reason. It's loading a lot of things. If we go over here, even though we haven't done the previous steps of the quest, Paquito will say he doesn't like being here because his brother's there. His cousin, Paco. Paco is one of the worst characters. It's very difficult to read what he's saying to you, and it's all bad. So try and ignore any text on the screen that's attributed to Paco. And this is Paco. He's in charge of the police, but we like him anyway because he's beautiful. And he has our luggage, and our luggage has some stuff in it. We're also going to accept this quest quickly. My balls up pump. We've dropped our shotgun, and we're now holding a helmet. This happens when you're given a lot of inventory items at once. One of the inventory items we were given was a Flugzeug. It's an MG50. We don't need 2 of these. Not sure how much of these magazines we can hold. You'll notice we're now carrying a lot. We're a little overburdened here. So we're going to drop off the extra ammo in the car. If you put something in the cabin, it won't get sold when you auto-sell things. We have another ammo vest. We'll need that in a minute. I think that helmet can go to Paco. And we have money. That can go in the trunk. You have to sell the money for it to be usable as money. Obviously. Stick the shotgun in the cabin along with the shells. We're not using that right now. Although we might be in a minute. We do have something we could be doing here. While that's going on, since it's going to take a while for him to do that much inventory management, I'm going to go talk to this man. This is purely because I forgot to sell the things at the other place. We're going to sell the things now. This man's a shop. He sells you some stuff that no one else will. Most of this is from that bundle of money. That 5,000 of that's from the bundle of money. The rest is just from the guns we picked up off the lads we killed, and just the stuff that were lying around, the extra bottles of wine from the random box. The police shop sells some stuff that you won't find anywhere else. There's actually quite a good find. You can find a stockless Spaz 12, even very early in the game. and that's a decent get. Nothing else is that exciting. I'm sure they have better stuff later, though. And you can always buy a Garand scope. Yeah, there's a lot of fancy handguns, but fancy handguns are not useful. I'd say ever, but certainly not right at the start of the game. And we picked up a quest there to find someone who had attacked a woman.
With pleasure.
So we're gonna quickly go and finish that. How's my inventory looking? Because he's got very high strength, he is able to carry this MG50. I was going to talk a little bit about the weapons we'd picked up, because yeah, that's the thing I can do while everyone's running around. Just, that's kind of the game, isn't it? There's a lot of guns in this game, and while there's a little bit of weighing, we might as well go into it. So the TOS we bought at the very start, that's a Russian hunting shotgun. A very popular Russian hunting shotgun. TOSs are generally considered to be cheap, but not of too bad quality. We're going to talk to this person. It's going to be horrible. We're going to skip through it as fast as possible. Please don't read that. You can pause the game and read it if you want, but you do so at your own risk. The weapon Paquito has is actually a replica of a Winchester Model 1887, a classic cowboy shotgun. It's not an original. It specifies that it's a Norinco Italian? No, Norinco's Chinese. Am I thinking of the wrong thing? It's not an original. It's a remake. Just as good though. 100-year-old weapon, still doing fine. It's a lever action also. That's actually important in gameplay terms because it means the follow-up shots are quicker than with a bolt action, but nowhere near as fast as with the TOS where we can just pull both triggers at once. So Luna's attack to defenseless woman. Last time we used Luna to do a mission for us because it just allows you to do that. This time, sadly, we're not going to bring Luna with us. We're just going to take him straight to jail. There's a few things you can do here. You can shoot Luna if you're feeling particularly angry. That's fine. You can let him make his appeal, and he'll say a bunch of nonsense. And then if you really want, you can let him go, and he'll pay you. We're just going to arrest him. And Luna's going to drop all his things on the ground so he can sell them. And then he's going to just walk himself to jail. And if we left the map, Luna would be in our party. And we could give him a gun and go fight people. Trying to do stuff in this area, unfortunately, it's a big hassle because Luna will keep trying to turn himself in. Although you can. And there is a fight. There is a fight we could be doing. And we do have that shotgun. Quickly have Luna suit up and oops, tried to put that in the inventory. If we look over here, there is some stuff we could be doing. There is this bandit in the corner, and he's very rude. And he's also armed with a Thompson submachine gun. And this isn't the game pulling anything funny. That's not like a replica or anything. That's a real Thompson. Let's get Luna up here. Now, attacking these guys can be a bit of a hassle. Because they are in a quite well secluded space. And we're going to watch Luna carefully here. Because as you can see, he's changed his, where he's going. We'll have to keep reminding him that we don't want him to turn himself in right away. And we in fact want him to do a few murders before walking off to jail. It's particularly annoying because you want to start this fight by aiming at someone. And Luna will just stop aiming to turn himself in. If he feels like it. Let's have a quick look. Turn around for a second there. There should be 4 guys in here. And we should be able to see him on the map actually. So we got one in the back, 2 in the back corner. One here, one here. Yeah. This guy we can kill pretty easily. We are going to put the MG away for now. It's more of a middle range weapon. Yeah, this guy we're gonna take out with the pistol. This man over here we're gonna get with the... Actually, I like this. How about this? Luna can stop turning himself in for one moment. If he dies, you know, at least he won't natural member of the team. We're gonna have
Awaiting your orders.
these people start aiming their weapons. Luna might want to get to cover. It looks like they're not particularly happy with us, because these men are aiming back. That should be within range, especially considering the sheer amount of pellets we're going to put out. Okay, everyone's aimed. And now we want to try and deal with this before they really get a chance to shoot back. I didn't talk to them this time, but they are very rude.
With pleasure.
So I don't feel too bad obliterating them. Okay, that's all the shots. This man has died immediately. He's not even showing up as an enemy because there's a lot of buckshot in his head. If you click this, you can... Well, it only starts when the fight starts, but the log will tell you exactly what hit what and what effect that had. Here's going to move on to this tag. Luna, we don't know if he's killed yet or not because the bullets haven't quite reached the man. But we're going to swap his target as well in case we feel like making Paquita run away. Actually, it's tricky here because this truck is very strange. We don't want to anger it because it'll explode for no obvious reason. Luna's going to step out a little bit and hopefully the enemy will aim it. Ignore the fact that he's now firing at this door. I'm hoping this bullet hit, but we're going to queue up a second one just in case. Bullet hit. Oh, also that guy was exploded, which just leaves this one in the corner. Paquita got the first shot off, which we did want to see. We are going to make him run back just in case he misses, but that's 9 pellets, and I'm hopeful. Yeah. So if you kill the enemies before the adrenaline becomes an issue, it's not an issue. And that gives us some decent guns. Okay, it normally gives you some decent guns. You have to cancel your shots that are left over at the end of a fight, or your people will just shoot nothing. That man's now even more dead than he was a minute ago. He's actually inside a wall, is how dead he is. We didn't do this fight last time, but it's definitely worth doing because it's how you get a Thompson. Now, occasionally, like I said, I did do some extra research and try and work out who can spawn with what at what point. Sometimes you can get just sawed off 12 gauges here, which we're not particularly interested in. We don't really want these either. We could swap out the TARs for one of these if we felt like it. 12 gauge instead of a 20 gauge, which is generally better. We did get a Thompson, but you can also get the 1928 Thompson, which is the one that fits the drum magazines and has the foregrip. The proper gangster style Thompson. We didn't get that this time, which is unlucky. The boss there always has this Thompson though. Someone had a Garand, which you don't always see either, and it's a good find this early on. 65 is a lot of accuracy. A lot of these numbers I have trouble with. Also, by the way, the bullets have their own numbers, and different types of ammunition for the same weapon will have different numbers. I don't know what any of this is in reference to. Is 170.1 high? I'd assume so, because it's 30.6. But maybe not. You just kind of gotta go off. Luna's trying to turn himself in. And we'll let him do it this time. We'll put the shotgun and the ammo back in here. We're just gonna stash the Garand and the Thompson, I think, for now. I don't want to have to think about where to put them just yet. Got some 12 gauge. I'm gonna keep whichever one of these is least beat up. 1% wear. You don't normally find them with 1% wear. Yeah, let's just keep this for now. I probably will swap out the 20 gauge. Yeah, we got a decent amount of ammo. We only really want the Thompson magazines and the Garand clips. Garand uses clips, not magazines. That's not me getting the terminology wrong, folks. That's the real one. I'm gonna let Luna turn himself in. He has just killed a man now, so you know. He's now done even worse crimes. We'll make him run, because we don't want to wait too long. Actually, we should probably head back ourselves.
With pleasure.
And on the way, we'll reload the weapons. That reload took a very short amount of time because he was just stuffing shells from his pocket in. This will take longer because we're actually taking out the magazine, taking the bullets out of the box, and then slotting them in. We could use an extra magazine for this, and we could buy one easily. Don't need one just yet, but we might as well get one while we're waiting for Luna. Also, we're not waiting for Luna, we're waiting for everyone else to get over there. And we'll head right on to the next mission, because the first two police missions are very easy. The third one, you can run into some problems there. But we'll get through it together. I'll show you the tips and tricks. Oh, okay, I've encountered a bug here that... Okay, no, I just had the wrong person selected, possibly. So what's happened is, the insert and delete keys no longer work for making the roof go away, so we have to do this now. That's just the world we live in. You hate to see it. Ah, here's Luna. We're gonna arrest him. We didn't give him armor, did we? Nah, he's not wearing armor. And he'll just run off to prison on his own. And he's in a cell in the back here. We can't see him because we're not looking at him. None of the characters are looking at him. We can see where he's gone. While that's going on, Ivanov is quickly gonna sell some garbage that we found. Most of it went in the... Actually, most of it's still on the floor. We'll sell that in a minute. We want to see the good stuff purely because I don't want to load the other shop inventory because it's more likely to make the game crash. We've already opened this one, so it probably won't. Does he not have the magazines? He normally does, because he sells a lot of 1911s. Okay, no, yes. And these are 8-round magazines. I believe it factors in the extra one shot you'd have chambered. Now then. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I thought I got booped on Discord. Never mind. I don't know why, because I didn't hear the boop, but somewhere in my brain it was like, you've just been alerted. Someone's after you on Discord. So this has been weird again. Let's quickly try and move the camera through. The camera can't just see through matter, by the way, and it will hit, like the roof here, it'll hit the roof and not be able to go through. Okay, maybe it'll go through. Just, there's some things the camera got through. There's a lot of annoying things with trying to get the camera into places in this game. Okay. Someone's going to blow up the police station. And we're supposed to stop them from doing that. So we have to find out who's going to be attacking the police station. We need to stop them. We need to stop them so we can advance the quest line. Actually, I think you can let this happen, but it can kill another teammate who's free, who we want later in the game. So we have to find this person. And there is, it can be tricky to know where you're being attacked from, if it's your first time. And how would you spot this person? Even if you were looking right at them, how would you know it's them? Oh, you see that blue dot moving around on the map? That's them. We found them. Good job, everyone. We're gonna quickly run over there and shoot them in the head. We'll double check when we get there. Because if it is a suicide bomber and you ask them if they're a suicide bomber, they do have to tell you. That is the rules. It's a little bit weird, this one. I'm not really sure why they put it in the game. It's kind of a nothing mission. It's very strange. You can easily cheat by just looking at the map. But here's a local. We're going to ask him if he's a suicide bomber. And as we can see, his name is in fact, suicide bomber. So we're gonna shoot him. Because he is a suicide bomber. Don't know why he stopped. He doesn't normally. Normally keeps walking. Okay, the suicide bomber's dead. And if we look in his inventory, after he's hit the ground, he's actually carrying some stuff. He's got this vest that he was using for his bombs. And also a detonator. Which, I've not had a lot of trouble. I've not had a lot of luck triggering landmines. Let's just let that be in the inventory. But you can use this and you can just take the bombs out. And it's a perfectly usable vest. It's just got a lot of bombs in it. We're going to sell it because we're actually good on vests. No, you know what? We are going to need a third character in a minute.
Pleasure.
So let's just take the bombs out and put it in the car. We'll sell the stuff that's in the that's on the ground at the end of this.
With pleasure.
We have a lot of stuff. We've saved a lot of things. I'll sell out the inventory then as well. That's everything, right? Yep. Don't have much.
Awaiting your orders.
And unfortunately, we did that inventory stuff with Paquito, even though it was very far away. So he's gonna be going through his pockets for a minute. Just teleporting the items over there. Doing this thing that he's doing. That's very important. Okay, he's finished. And as you can see, the roof is still in the way. You need to load the game back up to fix that. But you do get used to a certain level of the game not working after a while. We've neutralized the threat. We did a very good job. It gives us some money, and we can move right on to the next step of the quest, which is... It's a tough one. This is the first place in the game you might encounter difficulty. And this is going to be the next video, because running a little close to my 30 minutes, which is about the level where I think the game can run optimally, with as little danger of crashing as possible. But we have to arrest a drug smuggler. Now, the police here, in this completely fictional world, are horribly corrupt, so... I mean, the completely fictional world of Algeria. So we are gonna be asked to maybe make sure that he does have drugs on him when we find him, so we can arrest him more easily. It's just cop stuff, you know. You know how it is. We're gonna do that next time. Thank you for showing up, folks. That was folks. I didn't. It cut out a little bit. Sometimes I get a little bit quiet from the microphone. Thanks for being here. And we're gonna go into first person, so that when I go off the window, camera doesn't wildly swing. Thanks for being here.